Hey guys, it's me CJ from DragonNet289 showing you my giant cyclops robot that I made today. And this is what we're gonna do. Let's spin it around.
That's an awful big robot mech you built there, CJ.
It's more like a titan.
A Titan.
You know, like a giant.
Okay.
And for example, so how big it is, we got our friend Spider-Man here to see how big it is to this giant build that I made over a couple of days.
And that's a Spider-Man holding a banana. But yeah, I remember you working this for a couple of days, like 2 days, 2 or 3 days.
It's a lot more bigger than Spider-Man here.
It is quite big. A lot of parts to it too. Okay.
Now there's certain features to this thing. So let's just look at the head first. And the head has a lot of features. The head could move around. And he has these horns and an eyeball that could looking down at something. And we have a rotating head that could spin around.
Spins around 360 degrees either direction.
And the torso on top of it has a lot of rocks, like some bumps, like it was in battle. And right here we get to the torso, but I'll get more detail later. And we have the feet, and we have the arms that could move in different directions, backwards and right here, and you have his hand that could move right here and could spin his hands around. And it has a seal that could move around. He had these big shoulder blades. And also if you could move, you could run right there.
Oh yeah.
Because there's ball joints in there that can make it move, so I got to make the legs move.
Yeah. That's a pretty heavy build too.
And also the torso has a lot of detail to it there, like for example, that's his heart right there, and that's some of his ribs just going exposed, and some of his insides just popping out of his body. And some of his leg details.
That's a very sturdy foundation.
And that's the back. A lot more studs because I took a lot to put all of his body together. And there's a lot of detail in there because there's also some of his storage spaces or for people to go inside them. And there's some random parts just popping out of his body, and there's different parts right there.
Show me more features on that arm over here. Turn it over this way and show features of this arm.
The arm could move around, and there's a stud to grab a person. Use Spider-Man again, and you gotta grab him and just throw him right here. And you gotta grab him right here.
Okay.
And also the hands has detail, like here, like he has some white stuff and look more like a claw, like a lobster claw. More lobster claw right there.
Yeah.
And we have some details underneath the arms where it's connected right here, and there's some more joints.
Oh yeah.
And this arm has a seal right here.
As a shield?
Yeah. And it can also grab people, put them in prison right here, like Spider-Man. Just put them in this little prison,
okay.
where grab them and just put them somewhere else right there.
Yeah.
And that's connected to a ball joint here, where it could move around and drop it in by accident. And yes, that's the point I'm trying to get across.
Well, that ball joint there do a lot of different things.
Yeah, but I got to show you what the leg looks like, because I could do one of them.
Oh, take his leg off.
And that's what the inside looks like in the leg.
Let me see you get a close up on that leg. So you just took off his leg, CJ.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a big thick leg too. How does this fits back up in there like that?
Of course it can. It just nuts back in there.
Wow. The other
Like
leg do that too?
yes, it can.
Huh.
Because both do bulb joints, so of course they could.
Okay.
That's how they move. So that's why they could do that.
Okay.
And 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 the head has little parts to it. Like that's his eyeball that can move a bit.
Oh, that's
But
his. He's got an eyeball where his mouth is. He got an eyeball mouth.
and
And that calls him a cyclops, huh?
yeah, and we have these little horns that can move around a bit, but they're a bit fragile right there.
Okay.
And he has different sides on his head, and his head has and that's his neck right there. But right here, he has like some rocks on his head because he's like from the moon. He has a lot of rocks on his shoulders.
Okay. So he's a giant cyclops robot mech from the moon.
Yeah,
Okay. Alrighty. That's really a
and
big
and
deal.
and it's a little bit than regular minifigure right here
It
because
certainly is. That's a regular minifig,
yeah,
as we call him. Spider-Man with a banana. And this is your Cyclops giant robot mech.
yeah,
And we call these mocks, which mocks means my own creation. So you created this out of your piece container. So one more slow view. And I want to focus on just some of the different components that you put in here to make it symmetric, but it's different components that makes it symmetric. And the next we're gonna do is we're gonna do a build video of build, and you're gonna build the Eternal. What was his name? No, he was
Harrison.
Harrison. No, he was Celestial.
Yeah,
And we're gonna review the movie we saw called The Eternals while you do it. It's gonna be a speed build and see how fast you can build it. And we're gonna be analyzing the movie The Eternals. So if anybody is a Eternal
or
Marvel fan, let's get a close up on the different components of how you put this together. Sometimes from a distance, it's hard to appreciate how you've layered these pieces together to make your mock. When I say symmetric or symmetry, you see that different pieces, like in here, is different than over here, but yet it ultimately being symmetric, or like here where the bricks are horizontal, but over here the bricks are vertical. And how you match the different, you see the different structures you integrate in to balance it out. So we're gonna try to be a little more focused on your artistry. Sometimes people say CJ does Legos, and they say, "Oh, I used to play with them." But you tell me you're a Lego what?
Lego artist.
You're a Lego artist. That's exactly right, because you create this yourself.
And then I made this from a video where you made Ant-Man plays giants, so I just made a giant minifigure.
Is that right?
Yeah.
No, I didn't know that.
It's from this like YouTuber called Chick, and I also made a lot of other mocks like cars and different things like Spider-Man stuff. So that's.
We're gonna show some more mocks you built, and we always appreciate your subscribers. So
like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe to what?
Peace. I mean, like and subscribe and peace.
The Dragonet 289.
289.